clips. Jesus
Hey guys,
Christ.
shut the fuck up. We're live on YouTube for an episode of Modern Cannabis.
Us.
Actually, I'm not sure if we're actually live. It says we're live.
It says we're live. Yeah, we're live.
Tonight we're doing Q&A.
Episode of Modern.
Fuck. We're doing Q&A. I asked on Instagram. You guys asked on Instagram. We're gonna ask in the chat. We're gonna do a bunch of questions, a bunch of answers. My name is Troy. I review vaporizers. I quit my job to do this shit. Such an amazing life. Thanks for inspiring me, Jerry. Jerry, what are you vaping on tonight, man?
We're going right into it, huh? We're just going right into it.
Well, I figured you could tell us what you're vaping, and then you could ask the same of Austin, and then Austin can remind me that I haven't said what I'm vaping on.
Right on. Okay,
how about
cool,
that?
Man. That works for me, bro.
Right.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, you guys have all suffered through with me here, watching me not have my herborizer, my precious herborizer, for a couple of weeks, and I finally got my package in. It's got my replacement glass, and I got a whole bunch of shit, and it's killer. And maybe I'll just show you as I go throughout the night. I got 4 different things I'm going to hit here that are all herborizer related.
Oh man, I'm excited to see all your new herborizer stuff.
All right, sweet. Well, I'll show you this one first of all. You guys have seen this one in action for a while. This is the heater that I'm always using. And I've used it so long, I didn't realize it's been this color forever. But what I didn't realize is that's just based on my use. So one of the things that Seb sent me was a titanium, the digital titanium. And this one turned purple the other day, and now it's blue.
Whoa.
And it's still got purple on the bottom. Can you see that purple hue right there?
I can. That looks rad.
So it is fucking gorgeous, man. And I haven't turned it above 725 on the thing. And I'm afraid that it'll change more colors. And it might anyhow, just from extra heat. But I'm watching the slow rainbow happen here, man. It's really fucking dope. I didn't realize that was in store. So
yeah, Austin couldn't wait. Austin was like, "Fuck, if you're gonna talk about your vape, I'm just gonna start rolling."
Fucking running it, man.
Yeah, man.
Austin, what you vaping on?
Hang on, man. I was going to tell you. Oh, do you want to hear about my weed too, or is that later?
Sure. I knew we were going to talk about your herborizer.
Jerry's so excited to play show and tell right now.
Yeah, I just wanted to go. Austin's vaping a bowl already. I wanted to let him say what it was.
Get in on it, man. Go ahead, Maestro.
Man, I'm just running a titanium Dynavap tip with a Phantom Vortex, man, and I've got a little bit of a lineup here. I've got a Sticky Brick Junior, and I've got the one sitting here pre-packed, ready to rock. So I'm ready, man. Jerry, why don't you hit that? I want to see. You should have threw a little dab on there, man. I want to see the melt shot.
You know, I'll do that later if I need to, but I don't think I'm gonna need to, man.
Okay.
Because I made a little mixed greens tonight, and I sampled it earlier, and it was fucking awesome.
Mixed greens.
Yeah, man. So I've been playing with different dispensaries, and I ran into these guys, and this is my new fave. This is Move, MUV, some fucked up Move. And these guys, what I like about them is on their extracts, dude, they're using the cannabis terps that I care about. Everybody else in the States using the botanicals, and these are the only guys I could find that their extracts are used. They're putting the same terps right back in. I was like, you're my boys. But anyhow, so listen, man, I got this weed from them, and I made something that was mostly hybrid with Candy Margie that is killer. And then I threw in some White Kim Indica and some Sour Jack Sativa, and I put that all together. And that's a whopper, man. I'm gonna be hitting that all night, and I can't wait to show you what I do with my other herborizers with it. But anyhow, so you wanted to see my little.
Man.
We'll just hit this one dry like that.
Yeah, man, run it. It's so fun to it's so fucking cool to just see it. I know we were streaming the other night, and you threw a little bit of a little dabby dab on there, and it was just so incredible to just watch that vaporize. It's a pretty cool fucking thing to watch.
I like watching that little one. What is it, like a 0.08, 0.1? How much you got in there? It's hard to tell based on the size of the glass.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Not right now. I'll load the next one and I'll tell you. But I don't think it was that much. It might have been about 0.2 at the max, probably.
Troy, what were you just showing off with your crafting and your mighty?
Oh, there was a user in the chat who was looking to see an up close of the mighty bowl, and I showed my mighty bowl, but my mighty bowl is pretty foul and filthy because it's used and abused like a $2 hooker. So I showed off the crafty bowl, which is much nicer, although it's still getting pretty dirty. Pretty dirty. How's everybody doing in the chat? You got Samantha, Session Create, Nate, Dad, Dan, Irish.
How many
Ren?
upsies? How many downsies? What do we got?
With 50 people watching, we've got eight upvotes, and I haven't seen any good questions come through. Samantha or Nate or anybody who is planning on staying around, can you take note of some of the good questions? So in case we're talking and not paying attention to the chat, we
did ask everybody via our Instagram accounts what type of questions they had for us, and I know we wrote some down, so we can hop into that. But first, what are you about to dab on today, Troy?
Yeah, I wanna get,
or not only just dab but vape. I'm just used to you fucking dabbing all the time.
Yeah, well, I would like to get medicated before jumping into the Q&A tonight.
Okay, let's run it.
Let's bullshit it around. Let's force a stall.
Let's bullshit. What's everybody doing right now? You guys vaping? If you're vaping, tell us what you're vaping on. I hope you're vaping, damn it. Howdy from New Orleans.
George.
What happened?
Sorry. George just texted me something that kind of blew my mind.
Do you want to share it?
I can't. It's one. I'm sorry.
So 19,000 RPM, man. I don't know what that is. That's cool. Well, all the above tonight, but the one you just saw is a digital, man. And someone was asking about favorite log vape, man. That's a good question, man. The one I used the most was the Purple Days about 8 years ago. I was hitting that thing nonstop. If I could take any of them and make them work great, it'd probably be that seed pod. That thing is so dope looking. But I don't know, man.
Those purple days log vapes on Craigslist that I keep seeing. It's like $350.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That's not the one to get for $350, but right on.
I know. It's like, well, I'd like to pick one up and have one in my collection, but not at $350.
No.
What is this log vape we're referring to?
It's a company that failed. They died. They went away, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one you can get now is the Epic vape here from Epic right here, and that's a damn good vape. Like this, it's a damn
good vape. They recently changed their controller, by the way. They recently released a new controller, like with a wooden. I should show you guys. It's really nice. I need to make a video about it.
Kidding. Oh yeah, you want to show us?
I kind of do, but I kind of don't want to get up as well.
Yeah, so. Well, okay.
You don't ever want to get up, Troy.
Well, my shirt is I got wet when I was in the bathroom a few minutes ago. That's why I was so mad. That's why I was so mad. No, I washed my bong. I rinsed the water in my Rio. And when I grabbed my bottle I keep a bottle of spray alcohol in the bathroom. That's how nerdy and stony I am. I have a spray bottle of alcohol in the bathroom just so I can take a bong in the bathroom and clean it. But my alcohol bottle was dripping wet. So when I started spraying alcohol into the Rio, it got water all over my shirt, and it made me really fucking mad. That's why I was so pissed off when we started the Zoom.
That was the real reason, is because your shirt was wet?
Well, it was just like the tipping point. That was like the straw, you know?
Okay. So you just had a series of shit things that happened, and your wet shirt just killed it for you.
Yeah. And also this part right here, it didn't get folded right. And now it keeps popping open and showing off my chest hair, and it's weird. So I gotta keep, I got shirt anxiety, in multiple ways. I totally did not pee myself. I promise.
You totally pissed on your shirt.
No.
That's fucking great. No, you didn't.
Joe is explaining how he totally didn't pee himself.
One time well, this is actually one of the questions, like a funny story about being high. One time, and this wasn't necessarily a fuck up about being high, but since it's related, I'm going to tell it right now. I was working at a newspaper and I was high, and I was going to present something to the executive board. And like right before the meeting, I went into the restroom and took a leak and managed to pee on my tie.
Oh my God.
Like as I was peeing, I saw that there was like some lint. There was like lint on my pants, like down by my knee. So I bent down, bent down to like brush my knee. And as I bent down, my tie dipped down, and like I noticed my tie like started flapping. I was like, oh, and it dipped sideways, and my tie was all wet.
That's incredible.
That's fucking great. So you ripped that fucker off? Or
yeah, I had to lose my tie and then put it in my pocket.
So you had a pee-filled tie on your pocket.
Well, it wasn't pee filled, but yeah, essentially.
So this isn't the first time you didn't really pee yourself then?
I suppose I'll give you that one. But onto the dab, back to the dab question. I'm going to dab on the Rio with some exclusive Melts banana pie. California recreational.
Hey, I don't remember who it was, but somebody here a while back said, how long do you hold your hits in and why?
I don't hold my hits in.
I don't either. I used to back in the day because I thought that it would get me, it would enhance the effects, but I don't think it really does anything.
Yeah, I've spoken to a few doctors about it, and they basically assured me, like, even if it does get you a fraction a bit higher, like, you shouldn't do it. Like, it's
not good for you,
especially if it's hot vapor. Miami Dad.
I can tell you that from the perspective of the cannabinoid, 5 seconds is the optimal hold in absorption efficiency. The guys that I know, if I'm remembering this correctly, and I tried to remember it right, who measure the difference between what you're taking in and what you're exhaling, and take, they've done the study. Okay, how about do it at 3 seconds, do it at 2 seconds, all that shit. And it was like 3 to 5 seconds is the maximum efficiency from that perspective. So if you're looking at it from how do I get the highest? 3 to 5 seconds looks like where you're getting that's where the most of it is not coming out of your lungs. How's that? What's
the dab? The dab was banana pie.
Banana pie.
There's no light. I'm sorry. If I can turn a light on. Use my phone.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. You were dabbing banana pie.
My lights are like in a different spot. There's my dabs.
All right. Good enough.
Yummy. Yeah. So like the pulmonology papers that I wish I could reference right now, basically state that the way gases transfer from the lungs to the blood to the blood capillaries in the actual areola or whatever the lung little sacs are called. Mm-hmm. It's basically diffusion. So it's like it transfers until it's balanced, which happens in less than a second. So and it only happens when like air is moving. Mm-hmm. So
right.
Basically, when you inhale, the things that are going to transfer are going to transfer like within like less than a second.
And so he's saying that when you're holding your breath, everything's static, thus no movement, and no transfer.
Yeah.
Okay. I picked the right time to try to say that. Did you notice that all that fucking?
That was good.
The fuck, man. I felt like that I've always thought about this. That moment in Lebowski when the dude and Walter and the other guy, they're all three sitting at the bar and you're facing them, and Walter's on our right and he's talking about the nihilists And he's like, that must be exhausting. Or anyhow, no, that was really, but he's talking about the nihilist right there. And he has one of those moments I just had where he's like, and he kind of went through the line like that. And I'm like, dude, I think that was like legit. Like that actually really happened. Like he was going to deliver the line normal and that fucking thing happened to him, but they kept powering through and said, the take's pretty good. Let's go with it, man.
Pretty good take. That's funny. That's funny. I totally said areola.
That's great. They don't. Those guys don't miss anything.
Alveoli. Sorry.
Have you ever smelled a fruit snack?
What? I don't know.
Is that one of our questions? Is that from the Q&A? Have you ever felt? Yes, I have smelled a fruit snack.
They smell funky. Like they smell fake. Like a.
I think it depends on you. Probably have a shitty fake one,
bro.
It probably is plastic.
I got Welch's, bro.
Okay.
Welch's is the shit, aren't they? Apparently not. It smells like fucking weird.
Look at the ingredients, man.
It looks fake or smells fake. Well, there's too many of them.
That's the problem. There shouldn't be a lot of ingredients. It's a fucking fruit snack.
All right, man. You ready to see my round 2 of herborizer toys?
Is there yeah, show me your toys.
Jerry, what happened to your herborizer? That was one of the questions. Like your you were using it nonstop, and then suddenly you weren't using it anymore.
This thing was sitting on the stand that I have for it, and I was rearranging and cleaning things up here. And I pulled a cord and it knocked this over, and the whole thing fell down. And this piece right here cracked a couple of places and got worse as more heat came in. I was using it anyhow. I'm like, fuck, I got to use it. And it got to the point where you couldn't do it. So anyhow, on that same stand, you may have seen these if you've been checking out the site. I got me one of these bad boys. It's like a little stand that's also a Sherlock pipe attached to it. And so then you just slap your blue titanium herborizer on it, and then you're off to the races, and you can just Sherlock that fucker until you're done.
What's that metal on the bottom?
Titanium? That's the stand.
Yeah, that is it titanium or stainless?
Probably stainless steel. I don't know. Okay. I have no idea. It doesn't need to be anything other than stainless steel, but yeah.
Right. If it was titanium, it'd be cool to anodize.
True that. So this doesn't cool as well as the bubbler, but the taste is, obviously a little more intense. I like it. It's definitely warmer vapor, but this is fucking cool. I love using it.
I need to get one of those devices here on my desk just so I can vape the same vape as you, and we can enter the high dimension virtually together with the same vape.
I want to go into the same dimension as where Jerry gets with that fucking thing, man.
Bro, I don't know what dimension I'm in, but you want to be there.
I do. Is it January?
That's what I was wondering. When is it, man? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
It does feel like January. I feel like I should do another dab.
You should do another dab, Troy.
I saw Samantha doing the fattest dabs on Instagram today. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, she tagged us right before she was about to say let people know we were going live, and she had a big old dab that she just put down on there.
One of our Modern Cannabists chat moderators. Thank you, Samantha. Shout out, Samantha. Doing big old globs on Instagrams.
I'm holding this up for MAPRA.
That looks wild.
Dude, it is so fucking classy. Everything this guy does is goddamn classy to the max, man.
Classy to the max.
I like it.
Classimax. Nope, it didn't work.
Max class.
Can you ask Jerry to hit the Nomad?
Tonight's all about the herborizer, man. I'm back with my baby, but we'll get around to that.
I've been doing a good job of forcing myself to forget that I have a Nomad 2 on the way. Like it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be like, a package arrives. What the fuck is this? And I'm going to go, I love that.
You have to forget that, or you'll drive yourself nuts. That's a good move.
Yeah, I had to make my wife choose the woods for that. Like I had to send her the email and just be like, just choose. I think I spent 2 days staring at it, like 2 whole days, like no work done. I just stared at wood.
I just told Dan to pick it. I said, bro, you're the artist, man. I'm just a vaporist. Make it look good.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
No, it's kind of cool, man. I mean, I've seen a lot of custom jobs where they knew what they wanted and they turn out great. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying, I know me, and I ain't no artist.
Word.
The bird,
what are you?
The bird is the word.
When are you?
When am I? I feel like I'm a little bit ahead of me. Ahead of now.
I feel like I'm behind. Like I feel like I'm trying to get caught up. I'm trying to catch where I want to be.
Is there ever a destination though?
Not for me.
Yeah, I guess I used where I want to be, or I didn't mean it as a destination, but like I always set lofty goals for myself.
Always good. It's always good to do.
I think at some point I always set unachievable goals though.
Do what?
I think sometimes my goals are unachievable, or like they're higher than I can achieve. So then I'm constantly being like, God damn it, I didn't get my shit done, or I didn't make it far enough. And that's just the way that I've always done. I've always like been, and I want to change that.
Do you write shit down that you got to do throughout the day and break up those goals?
Not so much anymore.
That'll help you.
Yeah, that worked in my 30s.
Why can't it work in your 40s?
I don't know. Things are different now, man.
It's different, man.
Fair enough, man.
That was a different me.
I don't know, man. That was then. When are we now, man?
When are we? When are we going to answer some questions?
Right
That's
now, man. Why don't you bust out a question?
I was wondering that just a little while ago. Who asked that? Because we're on the same wave. I was thinking about like 10 seconds ago. I was like,
bust out that question. I'm gonna bust out
the answers.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust out the junior. I cleaned my class, but dude, I got a little bit of like a little buildup here. I don't know how to get it out. It's driving me absolutely insane.
What'd you clean it with? I use salt,
isopropyl alcohol.
Add some kosher salt in there with the alcohol, and
that makes it abrasive, huh?
Yeah, it makes it abrasive, and the salt doesn't dissolve with alcohol, so it stays crystally and chunky. I didn't know that. Yeah, cool. And then when you need to clean it, then when you need to like rinse it, then you start rinsing with water. The salt does dissolve, and then it just rinses out.
Pro tip.
Hell yeah! Rinse salt and ISO is perfect.
Fuck, sorry,
salt and ISO.
Damn, Jerry,
like a broken glass, dude.
You break another herborizer?
No, man. Oh, but I'm gonna load a bowl. Ain't gonna vape it yet. I'm gonna weigh it then. So we're gonna tell you what that load was. It's about 3 scoops of raisins.
I'm gonna vape some weed here too in a minute after I find these.
You should, brother.
Questions. There were some good questions in here. There were some fun questions in here.
Right on.
Woo!
You already answered what happened to your herborizer.
Yeah.
Vaping review guy wanted to know the funniest high story. Like, do you guys have any good funny high stories? I already told the one where I pissed on my tie, and that wasn't really a high story, but it was just me being. I was high.
You can't cheat and be like, I already did that story. What? How does that work? There was one time, one of the first times that I consumed when I was like young, of course, right? And I remember being so stoned. I was making some beef soup, like reheating some beef soup, and I left it in too long, and it started popping. Instead of opening the fucking microwave, I continued to watch it just like explode all over the microwave, and it was the worst decision I ever made because I opened it and it was a fucking mess, and I had to clean it up. But I found it comical in the fact that I knew I should shut it off, but I was just like, fuck this. This is too enjoyable at this moment. Let's see what happens. I thought that was funny.
That's funny.
To myself. Yeah.
That's funny. I think when I was first getting into weed when I was young, like living with my parents and shit, one night I came home all crazy high, and I was desiring an omelet and hash browns. And
desiring an omelet and hash browns. I love you, man.
I decided I was gonna try to cook them, but I didn't really know how. And somehow I found,
like in real life or just in this moment.
No, like I decided, like I went to the kitchen and I found the ingredients, and I'm gonna attempt to make an omelet and cook hash browns.
But could you cook it if you weren't high? Do you know what you're doing?
No, I was like
Okay.
I was like 16 maybe. Like I was young.
16.
That's funny. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
I didn't know that. Well, maybe I don't know. No,
Come on, man.
maybe an omelet, but there was something I didn't know, and it was like
Okay.
3 a.m, and I found a way to creatively wake up my dad and ask him about the omelet like technique or something. Like I made some loud crashing noise, and I remember he when he woke up and was like, what is going on? And I'm like, oh, while you're awake, you know.
You literally ran that line. Oh, by the way, good thing I'm here while you heard that.
It would have been great if you had just made the fucking omelet. But yeah, he was totally on to me. And I think that was probably the start of like when I got like the questions like, are you doing drugs? I was like, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a total grandma's boy moment where he reheats the fucking leftovers in the oven. He reaches in there with a hot pan. That is the funniest shit. I love Grandma's Boy. That's such a funny movie.
My man Dynamite said he watched a buddy put ramen noodles in the oven or in a microwave and didn't put any water on it. And it caught fire.
Ouch.
That's wild.
Damn.
What you got? What you got down there, Jerry?
Oh, motherfucker did it again. Not cool.
Break it?
I'm trying to measure loads for you, man.
Oh, okay, man.
So, Troy, the biggest I ever do here is about 0.21. But hang on.
That's a healthy.
I'm trying to get this thing. I'm going to tell you about what I was doing before. What I usually do is what I showed you earlier. And that's, about 0.15. So I was on the money. So there you go. 0.15, that's what? That's 1.5 Dynavaps. That's it's a lot of things. That's a solo bowl.
Austin, okay? You all right, buddy?
Austin, how you doing there, man?
Dude, this fucking brick, man, just it hits you like a brick. It's a great fucking name for a device, I'll tell you that.
You got bricked, buddy.
It got me like right in the center of my chest. Right there.
You got bricked.
Lovely. Okay.
Are you able to like one shot the brick? Like
Fuck no, dude. That would kill me. Nope.
I like doing like a one shot or maybe two shot with it.
All right, what's another question we can do?
Oh, you don't have anything funny?
You didn't answer.
Yeah, nothing's coming to mind. If it
All
does,
right, that's cool. Here's a fun one. Moonrock asked, acid and weed. Like how is that experience together? How do they mingle together? And I figured this is perfect for Jerry since he just skipped out on the funny one. So Jerry, you have some LSD experience.
Yeah, all recent too, which has been kind of fun. Just kind of exploring. But well, okay. So the sucky part about my answer is what I told somebody else is I was tripping, and then I said I'm going to have some weed, and they're like, "Oh, you better be careful. That can really do some things." And I'm like, "I'm always on weed. Like, I mean, what do you mean? Like, that's just what. Like, if I'm doing something, like if I'm gonna do something for fun, it'll probably be with weed." So, so honestly, every time I've been on acid, I've had weed on it before, during, after, whatever. And I enjoy it. I'm not sure what the difference is because I'm so new to acid. I don't really know what to expect, or even mushrooms. I don't know how that's because I did those together as well. But the person that I do them with said that when he does the psychs and then later on in it does weed, it's almost like it kind of re-energizes the trip. So he'll wait until he gets to the downside and then kind of do that, and it'll extend it a few more hours. So it's like if he wants it to be an 8-hour trip, no weed, and if he wants to go 12, weed. So,
Interesting.
Yeah. And that's about all I know on it, mostly because I don't have a whole lot of psych experience, but I'm working on it.
Nice. I'm looking forward to getting more.
Looking more experiences?
Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
I have, but it's been a while. It's been a while.
Fair enough. I've not mixed both together at the same time.
I did, but I don't remember enough of either way. I remember doing a lot of shrooms.
You did what?
A lot of mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
This is all allegedly. Let me be
Allegedly.
clear. Allegedly, I've allegedly done some of these things.
I think shrooms and psychedelics have a lot of medicinal value.
I think it is the key to unlocking our mind and our imagination.
Yeah.
I think without
it's a key.
Right.
I did.
Touche a key. It is a key to unlock it and get us out of this closed box that society has kind of put us in. That'll make you ask fucking questions that you never thought to even ask.
Psychedelics have ways of changing your perspective on things and applying new context. Like it changes your way of thought, and that new way of thought can contextually change the way you perceive your memories. So you can essentially reprogram yourself.
100%. It changed my life. For that, it changed 360-degree 180. I don't know what the fuck you want to say, but it completely turned my life around for the better doing that, and I'm fucking so goddamn grateful for it. One of the best things I ever did, allegedly.
Allegedly, were they allegedly mushrooms or allegedly LSD or?
It was an alleged psychedelic that was not mushrooms. I've not done mushrooms.
Every time I've psyched on the downside, I've had great conversations and insights about things that were an issue at the time. I mean, like, it was really like I was able to work through some shit. It's fucking great. And then later on, I was able to remember it and think about it and apply it. I mean, it's worked out good for me for that every time. And Mapra, you were asking about DMT. I was lucky to have some of that once. It was homemade, so it's the only time I've done it, so I don't know what to expect from anything, but that was the most intense stuff right there. That's the kind of stuff where you need a place to lay down, because for about 15 minutes you're going to be disconnected, and that was definitely some trippy stuff. It was cool. With the thing I remember the most about it is there were times when I couldn't hear anything except my breathing, and I was aware of everything in the room, but the only thing I could hear was my breathing. It was almost like I was underwater with the breathing. It was a weird sensation. It was pretty cool. It really kind of connected me with my breath in a new way. That's all I got to say about that.
I think DMT is like a roller coaster for your soul, dude.
Might be, man.
Well, what's amazing about DMT is, especially like with the 5-MeO DMT, is so many people get such familiar trips. Like when people write down like what they see, what they experience, and with so many people, it's so familiar. Like people see the same recurring type of little people that are like showing you things and saying, "Come here," you know. Like how can that be so coincidental?
I've never broken through, so all of my DMT experiences are very limited.
Okay.
Are in an attempt to not overdo it. So I've never gotten to the point where I broke through and had any kind of insane visuals. I've kind of had to sit back and close my eyes, but I didn't go anywhere else, if that makes any sense.
Okay, that's what I want to experience. And the times that I've been offered DMT, you were there when we were offered the DMT.
Right.
I was like, I want to go for a breakthrough experience. I don't want to do it here with like 30 strangers and Jerry, you know?
Yeah. Plus, I didn't even know what the fuck it was then. That was the first I'd heard of it, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like that's what I mean. All these psychs are new to me. I mean, like real new.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But
good question. Good fucking question.
That's a good, and I would love to explore this topic more, but I need to get more experience. So
what other questions we got there, Troy? You got all these fucking computer monitors.
All right. CBD natural something said, please follow us. How about no? Terpenes. in terpenes, inhaled versus ingested. A question by Adabaduya. That's a good question because I've heard that like when you ingest terpenes, like the effect is not there or something like with edibles or with. Have you got Jerry? Do you have any?
What's the alternative to eating them?
Like vaping them, smoking them?
Terpenes?
Yeah,
Like true terps and shit like that?
Like that's like the terps that are in the weed.
I'm confused. Are we taking them out and doing something with them, or are you just saying the terps that happen to be in the weed as you vape them?
Yeah, like what you know how when you cook with weed, the terps a lot of times are all like cooked off or
Drives me crazy. Everything I smell is so good, and I'm going, damn, I wanted to feel that.
Yeah. So how about the effect then? A lot of the indica or sativa effect comes from the terpene profile. If those terpenes are all getting blown away in the decarb process, and then you eat them, and you're not getting as many of them, does edibles have as much of a indica sativa effect?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I'm against any kind of heat applied until I'm going to vape it. So, but anytime I've like everywhere I go and talk to people how they do their extracts, they're all doing heat at least somewhere in the process. And sometimes it's at the end. And I just think the same thing you did. I'm like, well, shit. And when I made my own butter, I thought the same thing. I'm like, all this stuff I'm smelling, I'm not going to get it later. If anything, what it probably does is homogenizes edibles so that you don't get the differences in experience as much, and probably makes them more sedative than anything else. At least when I have edibles from my homemade shit that I know is going through that experience because I smelled it baking off, that stuff just knocks my ass out, man. Like, I mean, out, loopy out.
Yeah.
As opposed to, where you can get a dispensary where it's just a bunch of THC squirted in. Because that's a different experience.
That is a different experience, but like with like the eating the distillate.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense because that expired muffin the expired muffin that I ate, was homemade, and those effects were much different than anything prepackaged, and it's probably because it went through the proper processing that was not just like a shortcut.
Maybe, man. I mean, I know, but I also know that my homemade edibles knock me harder than anything I've ever had from a dispensary. And I do think that's because my edibles are using the whole plant and it's not extracting everything and just putting THC back into it.
I think it's probably a little bit of both.
I think it's full spectrum. Troy, you eat a lot of fucking edibles. Can you tell the difference between if you make it at home versus those gummies that you buy at the store?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. When I do my homemade stuff, I make really potent stuff. I make them like 800 milligrams for one brownie.
Nice. You are fucking with me. I like it. I want to go to your party.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, they're like space brownies. Like you eat them and you are done for like 18 hours.
Literally space brownies.
Dude, so like, what do you just like give them a brownie and a cot and a pillow or something? Or I mean, what do you, the great party, man?
Well, I've only done it a few times.
That's a good idea.
Here, I got a quick question. We got 111 people watching us. Thanks, by the way, everybody tuning in. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and enjoying the show with us. But how many thumbs up, how many thumbs down we got?
You guys are awesome, man.
Let's see here.
I want to see what type of interaction we got.
We have 107. We have 40.
I don't think so.
40 likes.
If you guys haven't already, let us know what you think about this live stream by pressing the thumbs up or the thumbs down. And if you do a thumbs down, let us know. Yeah,
if I have, I don't
crazy.
know.
Jesus Christ, Troy.
It's hard to avoid the doo-doos,
So yeah, man. The doo-doos. Did you just doo-doo? Did you just doo-doo on
You guys are killing me.
All right, sorry we couldn't answer that one better, David. Do you? Here's a good one. Sada asks, What do you want to see in the next generation of vapes?
I really want to see a breakthrough in battery technology so we can finally shrink these fuckers down. I mean, if
That's
we
my
can
number
do
one.
that, we can do all kinds of shit because most of the stuff we're doing, the geometries either can be made smaller or they're already small enough and they just got all this big ass battery they're lugging around. So if we can do that, then we can devote more space to things that matter, like cooling the vapor and shit like that. You know, I mean, nobody's cooling the vapor. Well, not nobody, but all the cheap stuff. It's hard to find something that's cooling the vapor effectively. So, yeah, I think some battery breakthroughs in the world would help us. You know what I'm saying on the vape side.
That's my biggest thing. I mean, that's why. I mean, if you guys don't know, I'm working the Dynavap space, and induction heaters are really cool, and induction heaters have really cool potential in regards to heating a Dynavap. I've not pursued any induction heater technology or to make one just simply because I don't think the battery power is there yet. I think we still have some. I think we still have to catch up with at least what I can see as being in like an ultimate vaporizer in a small form factor that's can hit that what I really like out of a vaporizer is that hit that is like a modular hit that you can either get nice fluffy clouds or you can get that blunt smoke or bong rip style satisfying vapor hit. I would like to see that in as small of a portable package as possible.
Hell yeah, man. It sounds real good.
I would like to see some more vapes. I mean, even working with the current constraints of batteries and heating technology, I would like to see some more vape companies try to tackle a one-hit extraction on-demand experience. Like stop making me hit the bowl 5 times to extract it. Mm-hmm. I want to do it in one hit and know that it's gone.
I mean, Dynavap is pretty fucking close, dude. I get 2 out of that.
I can get 1 on that sometimes. You're damn right, Velasquez.
I'm talking
battery power.
Easy.
Okay.
Not learn
like
how to
I'll hand this to my grandmother and she'll press a button and that's all she wrote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
So easy interface is a big thing for you.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, it's a big thing for everybody, but so ease of use, one hitter styled vaporizer.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll tell you what. I'm going to show you my third toy tonight. And if this were on batteries, it'd be exactly what I want. Ain't that right, Velasquez? So, guys know how I like to hit the whip. I got the stand now that has a whip coming off of it. So same base. And instead of this coming out to a Sherlock, it comes out to a whip. And then I've just got the bowl and the herborizer, up here. So you can just kind of go to town. And so anyhow, now if I don't want to deal with a whole bubbler out on the space or what the fuck, I got a keyboard here too, I can use my whip and not have all that. It's fucking killer, man.
When you use the whip, do you get nervous that you're gonna move and just pull that shit over?
No, especially with this one. Seb gave me a lot of room, man. It's gonna be at least a meter.
Man, we get to watch Jerry whip, and then we get to watch Jerry Nene. Nope.
Okay. All right, so I think that was a pretty decent. Everybody in the chat, what would you guys like to see out of a vaporizer? What would your perfect vaporizer be?
Yeah, what do you want out of a vape? What's missing in the vape space? Quinn Sweetman asks, will you pass a drug test with CBD? I assume he's talking about like CBD flower. In which case I would say yes, but be careful because it depends on the CBD farm. And it depends on the drug test. So there's a lot of depends here.
I don't know if I would want to just tell somebody no, it doesn't. I don't want to be in.
That's why I didn't just say no, it doesn't. That's why I was explaining everything.
Right. I don't know why. I'm sorry. That was a thought in my head.
No, go ahead. Explain it.
Boy's getting up there.
Okay. You did a great job of it.
Moth chew moth. asks, here's a tough one. Best way to join the industry? That depends.
Follow your passion.
Yeah. Yeah. We did an episode about passion.
Yeah, I think
go check that one out.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for something different, start doing what you really love to do every day, even if you don't get paid for it. Because once you start doing that, it's weird because it's almost like money follows you. It's a very interesting dynamic. It's a very hard dynamic. It's a very, very scary dynamic. But I think if you just simply follow your passion, it'll lead you. And if it's somewhere in the vape space, follow that, and it'll lead you to where you want to go. Yeah,
and if you're struggling to get started, doing it because there's no money in it or whatever, it may not be the thing you really love.
Right.
Like a lot of people say, what they want to be, but then they don't go after it at all. And what they're really saying is they want to be that, but they don't want to put the work in to do it. Instead of looking at your life and your career choices as like what you want to be, instead of picking a position far ahead in life, look at the work path that it's going to take to get there, and find a work path that you can love. Find a work path that you can spend your time on where it doesn't feel like you're grinding your soul away. Find something that you can do where it feels like it's fucking fun. Like, that's why I do what I do. Like, I make content about getting high with vapes, and it helps people.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I don't ever feel like I work a day in my life, but I'm always doing something. That's kind of like I'm always doing something 100+ hours a week, all the time.
It's always going to be work. It's always going to be work. Like what I'm doing, it's fucking work. It's hard ass work, and it's tough. There's a lot of challenges in this work, but it doesn't feel like work because I love doing it. I found the work that I love, and that's where it really makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. What advice you got?
I'd say whatever it is that you do in your spare time that can keep you up at night, that's probably what you need to do for a living. And in my opinion, the way to start doing that for a living is to start making connections with people who do that or in that or who like that or something. And through those connections are where things start to happen if you continue to do what you're doing. So in other words, I have my day job and I have my family life, and at the end of the night, I'd end it like this. And but instead of doing a show here, I get on Fuck Combustion and talk about my vapes on there. And I did that for so many years that I got to know enough people to where when I wanted to move into the industry, I knew people and had opportunities, and it didn't take long before my day job was focused on vapes and writing about them instead of my middle of the night thing. So anyhow,
nice.
That's something that can work as well.
I got a quick question. I combusted in my deal here. How do I clean it? Because it's not lined or anything. It's just wood. I've never combusted in this, so I don't know.
You've never combusted in your sticky brick?
Mm-mm.
Never?
Nope. This is my first time combusting in a sticky brick.
What the fuck?
Swear, man. That's why I have absolutely no idea how to fuck to clean it, and it's fucking stinks.
I just Q-tip. I lick a Q-tip and
just.
I just coat it in vapor.
I lick a Q-tip and then.
I was waiting for the tongue action again.
Yeah, I was gonna do it again.
I'll see if I can get another one. I'm sure just wiping it out I'll do it, but I'll set her.
I clean everything but the wood and just power through, man.
Yeah. I'll probably do that, but not right now. Okay, cool beans. What's our next?
Dynamite knows. Write that shit out, man.
Let's see here. What age do you think the cannabis consumption should be, both legally or medically?
At what age should cannabis consumption be
asked by
legal?
Rashab. I personally think 25. Like I've read some medical things that state your brain is still developing until you're 25, and like chronic cannabis use can halt the progression of your brain while it's still in development.
So
I think it's fine once you're 25, but I think it's using it casually before you're 25 is fine. But don't be like me. Don't be like me before you're 25.
I think I've heard different ages reported at different times, but for me, I think whatever the final true answer is to your issue is the same one for me. If that age when the brain is done developing is 21, that does it for me. If it's 27, that does. I don't know, but whatever that fucking age is, that's where I'd suggest people wait until they start doing it habitually. You want to try it on a Friday night now and then. That's like, oh, no, I don't think that matters.
I mean, I would go ahead and get on that train only because I'm that age. But because I feel like for me, I've found myself through this when I was younger. That makes sense. Like I've had a couple of breakthroughs of like what I want to do in life, and I question the norm when I'm sitting and doing this. So I would agree because I'm like, yeah, fuck it, 25, I can go do it now because I'm 27. But I think at 21, personally, I think at that point, hopefully you've done your research and looked in to see what possible effects it could have on you if you do it sooner than whatever. At least you're an adult to make that adult decision. I think 18 would be too early because at 18, fuck, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Samantha Lynn says,
if it has medicinal benefit in childhood.
Yeah, and I mean that's a great point. And what I'm talking about is just a starting point. There'd be all kind of exceptions and shit. I'm just thinking before I would make recreationally legal, if I knew that point, I'd probably go, that's probably where I'd draw the line. Medicinal is a whole another world.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. This is a good one. Scrocco asks, if metals in pen coils are causing lung issues, what about metals in like dry herb vapes in those coils? But for one, I don't know that the metals in the pen coils are always causing issues. I think they have, but I don't think they're necessarily always an issue. Just want to make that.
I don't think that's a bad thing because there are cheap ass products out there that use cheap materials. I mean, that's what you gotta think about. I mean, you get what you pay for, right? If you're gonna go to a local vape shop and they've got those cheap ass, let's say like a ooze vaporizer dab tool thing jigger, you're gonna get a pretty $10 experience versus getting a Rio that is not have any fucking coils in it, so it's pretty stupid to use this as an example. But you can get you can pay for higher quality, so you don't get into those.
Yeah, and I think most of those tests that he's talking about that are the problems are on the e-cig type cheap coils and not the sayonara type thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it comes into getting the right stuff, I guess. As far as particular metals, in terms of when it comes into dry herb vapes, though, that's a good question.
I don't think dry herb vapes get hot enough to be concerned about aluminum in the bowl like people are freaking out about. But what about the heating coils themselves?
Well,
that's what I'd be more concerned about because you're getting those coils red fucking hot.
Well,
so
maybe not red hot. It depends on the vape.
The question is it getting hot enough to liberate material?
The off gas.
Are atoms going to liberate from it? And that just depends on the material and the testing and the limitations, and that would be on a per material and situational basis. But yeah, I question all those materials in their places. I mean, the only materials that like by FC type standards, they get an absolute pass pretty much anywhere in a vape are glass, ceramic, and stainless steel. And historically, anything else has been scrutinized to go, hey man, is that appropriate for its use here? Is it getting too hot there? Is it in the right place? And we've caught some people fucking that up before. So that's those are the three that kind of can pass, if that makes sense. Everything else we got to find out about. MSDS sheets and all kinds of bullshit.
I think even like, well, they don't get hot enough to oxidize rapidly. They will oxidize over time. But then since the vape is usually they have a fixed battery, which means that the vape is disposable. So by the time the battery will die before the heater becomes dangerous, I believe. Like that's probably the case with a lot of these Chinese vapes.
It's a lot of assumption there, buddy.
Actually, that's a lot of coming from working with some vape companies for consulting.
So that's their strategy is they're going to make a vaporizer that's gonna die before the metal in the coil is going to
vapes that are using coil technology for convection. When I asked about those coils oxidizing to the point where they could be releasing material, they said that the battery would be make the vape disposable before that.
Okay.
I don't want to throw
the battery is just going to be the first thing to fail by the nature of the beast. So what you're saying is batteries are going to fail long before these metals are going to wear out, and if they're used appropriately. Unless you get replaceable batteries, and then you got to
then you got to have a different safer heater.
Yeah, or maybe a replaceable heater or something like that, which there aren't many of.
Yeah, there are a couple, remarkably.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think those vapes perform very well, but the removable heater is very interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. All right. What's the closest thing to your ideal vape? I think that queer engineer asks that one. I think your ideal vape, Jerry. I think you've already spoken about it several times in this session.
Yeah, in fact, I was trying to decide, did I show you the whip piece already?
Yeah.
Did I show you this? Because I was going to hit it. I've already shown you this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So
did you hit it?
I'm going to hit it again, but that's just because I'm going to finish this bowl on it. And then the next thing I had is going to be a little bit differenter. Differenter, but exciting.
I'm going to hit the Rio while you hit your...
So yeah, for me, look, man, I don't know. Been 3 months praising this damn thing. I guess this is the one, the herborizer. If that's what we're doing, if we're picking what out there is the closest thing to my perfect vape.
I think mine is probably still the Mighty. But when it comes to concentrates, the Rio has been my most ideal. I can do dabs here at my desk and do dabs out in the living room, do dabs in the kitchen, in the garage, in the car.
Mighty and Rio for you?
Yeah.
Has the Rio with that little thing from Ralph been? Has that made its way into your rotation, or does it not work well enough for you?
It does work well, but yeah, I had to shelve it for the sake of vape testing, and it hasn't made the reach. Like I haven't been like, oh, I'm gonna go hit that thing again.
If you were gonna, do I want that in the Rio or that in the Mighty? I mean, you're always gonna grab the Mighty. It's not. I'm wondering if. Because I'm wondering how viable that is as a double solution. Like if
it's fun and it works very well, but
okay.
I like to keep my dabs separate, like the glass and the water. Like I don't like.
A lot of people do. Yeah.
If I vape weed through this, I don't want to dab through it until I clean it. But I can vape weed through it, several bowls in a row. That's how it works.
And what is it? Because I don't notice. I never mixed them. What is it that you notice? I should try
the herb. Has like the ABV taste in the water, and that ABV taste comes through in the dab. So if I'm taking a dab, I can taste. Okay. I can taste like the. But when I'm vaping weed, it doesn't bother me because it's in the vapor too.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Is anybody else like that?
Yeah, I know people. That's why I asked you, because I've heard of that before.
I've heard of that before.
Here's my dab, Sam. It's in there. Oop.
It looks so fun to just watch.
I can't wait for your first dab, Austin. Oh, there's
I
the
know,
melt.
man. I know, man. I can't wait to see that dab melt in front of my face and then taste it.
This fucking shit's awesome.
Oh. So a guy named Chris asked us if you had to have one strain only for the rest of your life, what's that strain going to be?
Saw that, not doing it. Nope.
I've got no idea because
strain tolerance within a month, dude.
But you're stuck with it. So what's it going to be?
No, not doing that one. No. Not unless I get like, no.
Strain tolerance sucks, man.
Vapes. There's a lot of fucking vapes. I'd have to have 5 or 6 really different vapes.
that's great. I don't know.
Okay, so then I'll pick a strain. I don't know.
Wasn't that what the question was?
Yeah, that was
one strain for the rest of your life. Ooh, too hot.
It's hard because they're different, you know. Like I got an LA Confidential a few years ago that was just memorable, and then the stuff I've gotten recently from the dispensary, I'm just like, not it wasn't the memory that it was for me before. So I mean, I could think of strains or what I got once that told me it was such and such. But I don't know. LA Confidential was always a good. I always liked that one, but
maybe Queer Engineer meant. Oh no, it says closest thing to an ideal vape.
I thought we were talking about a strain.
No, I'm high, and I was rethinking about that question.
All right, on man.
What is this option?
I'll tell you right now, at least in my town right now, one of the best strains going around is this.
What the fuck?
What? This is an option.
Oh, that's
dude.
dope, man. That's dope. I like that.
What the fuck?
Hey, man, I'm too high for this shit.
I want to do that. How does it know not to? How does it know what your face is? I guess it's got.
I just found an app or like a thing.
It's black because he's on a black screen.
Within.
No, that was dope.
So strain tolerance is exactly as it sounds. You know how like when you build up a tolerance, you have to vape more weed to get high. With a strain tolerance, you get used to that specific strain, and that strain doesn't get you high. And then you vape a different strain, and you get like crazy high. It's interesting. Like I bought 2.5 ounces recently, and that's all I've been vaping. And before I finish them, which I'm almost done with them, I have like more of a strain tolerance now. So like when I first got them, I could vape like 1 or 2 bowls and get pretty nice and toasted. Now I can vape like 4 or 5 bowls and like, yeah, I'm okay.
You know, if I do any more than a quarter of the same strain straight, I start to notice that first I start to not get the effects start to not be as strong. And then by the time I get to where I've done a 1/2 ounce straight, I now have to go through almost twice as much just to get those weaker effects. And so it's this not so gradual decline after about a quarter of an ounce for me. So I like to have, honestly, as many different things on hand as I can. And I'm always mixing up. Like I said, these mixed greens are fucking great.
Yeah. But what's cool about it is even if you just take a couple of days off from a strain, you know, like I put down this orange cookies. I vaped the shit out of this orange cookies. And I got to the point where it wasn't getting me high at all anymore. Like at all. Like it was so disappointing. And I saved 1 nug of it. Actually, I saved this big nug of it here. And
did it store well? How'd it do?
It did. It's not. I mean, it's only 10 days old. I burned through an ounce in 10 days here.
I'm sorry, man. You were telling a story like I would tell it in months. So I had this nugget I found.
No, but I broke off a piece this morning, and I vaped some this morning, and I got high as shit. So I'm gonna vape some now. I'm gonna vape some more of it now.
All right, man.
And this is my last of it.
What's the next question, man?
All right, man. The next question
And then you can
Dr. Green Thumb. Hello, my name is Dr. Green Thumb. He asks, 3 vapes combined into one super vape. What would those 3 vapes be?
Okay.
I'm excited for
3 vapes combined into one super vape.
I'm running Planet of the Vapes 1, a Dynavap tip and cap, and a Vortex.
Is that 2 or 3 then? That's kind of 2, man. I mean, I'm going to give you the Vortex with the Vap Cap tip as well.
Okay. So then a brick Planet of the Vapes 1, and a titanium tip and cap.
But is the question like not what 3 vapes can you pick? Isn't it like
it's like
I think we should go like why are we like what are we taking from them? Like I want to take like Frankenstein this shit together.
Yeah, exactly. Like Frankenstein together. Like I want to see a grasshopper flower pot mighty.
Grasshopper flower pot mighty. That's funny, man. I like that.
I'm going Vortex with the temperature control precision of a 1 that hits like a Dynavap and brick.
I like getting that brick in there because those sticky bricks hit so fucking awesome. Where's my scooper?
I want the Herborizer Experience packed into the Magic Flight launch box, powered by that same battery.
That's
with
2. Okay.
The artisan craftsmanship of a Dan Morrison vaporizer.
Oh shit balls.
That's what I want.
All right. That's a fun one.
That would be, you give me that, I'm done.
That's a fun one. Good question, Dr. Green Thumb. Good question, Dr. Green Thumb. Better question. Where's my fucking scooper? I'm very sad right now. I got a new scooper in the mail, and I don't even have that here to show you. Next question. While I load the bowl. That's what I said last time. Austin. Perfect.
Yo. Yes, sir.
Pantera Bibulus asks, how does Austin get so much vapor from the Dynavap? Can't make it happen. Walk us through a bowl. Why don't you spotlight us?
Take stage, bro. Take stage.
Why don't you
let's run it, man?
Show us the experience. Now, the last time we hyped you up, you combusted.
Yeah, I'm gonna not do that right now.
Don't do that this time.
So we know how do you get it thick.
Yeah, man. So actually, part of my technique involves Troy's technique that I talk shit to him about, and then
I remember that.
So I always used to do the straw technique when packing my material, and I remember talking to Troy. I'm like, Troy, why don't you do the straw technique? And he's like, I feel like when I pack it, I get denser clouds. And I'm like, fuck no, you don't. And then I did it, and you do. So that was cool. I like to be wrong with things like that. So,
learning, man. It's learning. Man.
So when I pack my material, I'm packing this just as if I was gonna pack a 1-hitter, right? Because when you old school bats, you want to make sure you get that all nice and tight. And then I usually do a little finger tap, boom, right on the top. Throw my cap on top of that, of course. And then when I heat this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus right at the Dynavap V, if you will, on the cap. Which imagine my screwdriver as my torch. I use a single flame torch, and I'm pointing it right here. I usually keep it at an angle, so I am trying to heat at the lowest part of the tip. So this will make my chamber as warm as possible. There was just a snap video from Dynavap that just released. Josh was mentioning that you still do that, but then before it clicks, you take it away. You take the flame away and then reintroduce it after 2 seconds, and that's going to make that oven even more hot. So you have a super high temp. You lose all the flavor when you go for hot temps like that. So right now I usually do the preheat. I call this the preheat. It's always flavor, but I'm always still down at the bottom. And then what I'll do is with the Vortex, I'll flutter the airport and do mouth pulls, mouth to lung pulls.
It also helps to get that nice black background and the lighting just right as well, guys. I tell people all the time, man, we work hard to get this just right.
The light from up top and all the black absolutely does
the dope first hit, though.
help with the visual of the vapor. Now it's still a big fucking cloud.
It is. It is.
It's just
it's highlighted very
correct.
much. It's exaggerated.
So it just clicked again, and this is my second one, my second little click. Sometimes I like to if I want to let it really marinate in there, like a oven bacon in the chicken, like chicken bacon in the oven is what I meant to say. Hold it a little further away from your tip. Give it 1 or 2 rotations after the click, and you'll get some. You'll get some nice little clouds there.
Nice job, man.
Yeah, as I'm talking about.
Good demonstration. Go back to the. Thanks, Austin.
You're the man. Nice job, brother.
Yeah, man. Holy shit.
Oh, you feeling that? You feeling that?
That's right up in there.
I
need to change my view.
That feeling good.
You're gonna say you need to change your underwear.
That feeling good. Like usually when I'm blowing clouds in here, you don't see much except for my shirt because of the lighting and this. And I'm preferring to show off the vapes. I'm gonna change this up in a couple weeks probably. And one thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I got enough blackness around here somewhere and lightness so that I can get it all just right on the vapeness, and we'll get the cloudage going a little bit. It'll be a lot of fun, and you'll see the kind of difference that. Pay attention to how you see what I'm doing doesn't show up now, because later on you'll see the difference. Where the fuck did I cough?
That was lovely.
Word. We had any good questions in the chat? Yeah, I saw a few, but
I don't see questions. I can't. The Dynavap Smoking Buddha, the Dynavap engine, the tip and cap that George developed. He did a phenomenal job on that thing. The Vortex does change some of the dynamic of the Dynavap from a stock vaporizer. But in general, a titanium tip and cap heated with a single flame at the low temp like that is going to produce the most amount of vapor that engine can do. It's pretty fucking cool. Jesus, that just got me so fucking spaced out.
Yeah, man. I had a question, but then I fucking forgot it because you were talking too much.
Sorry, dude.
Here's a good one, a quick one. What grinders do each of you use? For me, it's the Brilliant Cut and the Santa Cruz shredder.
Brilliant Cut, and then I use the Tahoe grinder. Tahoe grinders for my CBD. Brilliant Cut is for my other material that carries CBD as well. Nice.
Jerry.
Well, when I must grind, which I usually try not to, I'm using this Santa Cruz shredder most of the time. I'll test. I got plenty of stuff that I test, but this tends to be my fallback for consistency when I'm testing. But no, usually I'd rather not grind.
Yeah, okay. And I knew that was coming, but I wouldn't answer for you.
Got to throw that in, bro.
There was one more question. Oh, somebody asked how my grow is going. I have nine plants that are still alive. They're 7 days old now.
Very good.
I posted 9. I germinated 9 seeds. I'm only going to be able to keep 4, but I germinated 9 seeds. They're all still alive. They all have 2 like little prickly leaves, and they're 2 growth spikes coming out. So they're doing okay.
Fantastic, man.
Hey Jerry, somebody asked if you dab. Can we get a visual in the herborizer of your little dab ski with your little flower little deal that you do?
My stacks.
Yeah, man, your stats.
Well, I could do that, but I think my man's talking about traditional dabs. I got my stash Rio here.
Okay.
I like my my switch, and then that's probably what I use the most, just because they're easy and really good. If I want to get special, I use that thing I used the other night. You guys talked me into the Liger up here, but I don't usually dab. I prefer flower, but that's changing. Like Troy said, man, once I start getting good stuff, and then good stuff,
Getting good stuff.
Getting good stuff.
Somebody asks if my autopots have solved my overwatering problem. No, not yet, because I haven't put the plants in the autopots yet.
Oh.
I have to do the whole water thing manually right now.
Wobble, the answer is no. Go ahead, Austin. Sorry.
I don't remember.
Are we out of fucking
What are you
questions?
doing, bro? And you're out of questions. You're out of thoughts, bro. You just went into total like
I was waiting.
fuck mode, man.
I thought you were gonna pull a thought out.
You like called attention to yourself and then paused. So Troy, we got questions, man. We got some more. Walk it out.
All right. Do I plan to review the tiny mite? Yeah, I'll pick one up. It looks pretty interesting. Jerry, you have a tiny mite, right?
I have one. Listen, dude, I'm telling you, the reason I don't use it on the show, it's nothing representative of what the production units are. I know he's made some significant changes, in particular the firmware. So
I want to try that thing, man. I have a Milana, and I don't like it.
Yeah, no, you'll like this, man. This thing's pretty. It's got enough controls to make it kind of easy.
Okay. Ren asks, "What do I think about the oven cleaning method that she DM'd me? He DM'd me. I haven't read the whole thing. I tried to read it, but it was really long. Sounded like isopropyl alcohol and a sponge. That sounds like what I do with the cotton. But
sounds like what I do.
I'll get back to you on that for sure. Have you ever got so high you forgot you were on camera? Yes, I have. Luckily, the worst time it wasn't a live stream though. Like I was recording a video. I was like shooting a video, and then like I got so fucking high, and then I think I was like up in the corner, So like I was doing like the silent thing, and I was just like vaping bowls. And then like I started doing something on the computer, and then I started doing something completely different. It was like I left the room, and I was like, and I left the room and came back, and I was like doing something completely fucking unrelated. And then I saw the light on the camera was on, and then I was like, oh shit, yeah. And it was one of those videos that I don't think ever made it out. All right, now I'm looking at the wrong camera.
That's a good question, Velasquez. Nice one, man. Dude's on a roll tonight. That's fucking funny, man.
I think it's happened in live streams too. Like,
Jerry, what was your first ever dry vape?
Dry herb vape?
Yeah.
My first vape ever was the Extreme, the Riser Extreme.
What about you, Troy?
I think it was the Magic Flight launch box.
Right on.
I think the first time I vaped weed was out of a light bulb. Like I did one of those. I did one of those light bulb hacks.
Hold on, what's this light bulb hack, bro?
Oh yeah, don't tell him. He's gonna go do it.
Yeah.
I forget how the method was, but it was a light bulb with like with a hole cut out like up near the metal part, and then the filament was gone. It was a clear glass, and you put your weed in there. Like you put a little bit of weed in there, and then you like just kind of hold a lighter underneath the bulb, and you rotate the bulb around, and it heats the weed up without burning it, and then you inhale the vapor. That's beautiful.
Yeah, nice. I had to do a little rotation. This thing is like I'm obsessed with it. I couldn't send it out, man. I made it, and I'm like, yeah, I got to keep this.
Dude, the one you sent me, it's been stuck in the one. Not literally, but it that's where it stays. Like
dude.
And I find myself using the one all the damn time. It's such a good combo.
Dude, the one and this, I literally just had to pull this out of my one because this is where it's at. But the one with the Vortex, dude, is just like it for me.
That's dope.
For me, I prefer it over the Mighty because the Mighty at high temps kills my throat. So I can run this at 430 with the Vortex, and it'll be amazing.
I was gonna say the same thing, man.
And it allows me to really temp step. I can go from 360, 390, and then 430, and all in within the session timer. Get a full spectrum vaping experience, and it's very pleasurable.
Yeah, I find it doesn't extract as quickly as the Mighty. I find I have to vape like a session and a half is what I do.
Okay.
But yeah, it rocks. And I've been picking it over the Mighty as well.
Hell yeah, man. That makes me that's cool
dope.
that's cool, man.
The only thing that sometimes gets me is like the way the wood kind of like sticks to my lips, like when I'm vaping.
Do you got like super bad cotton mouth or some shit?
No. Like I don't think so. It's just like it's just a slight, like the way the plastic is just it's easily. I worry that over time the wood surface is going to change.
It's not. Just throw some conditioner on it.
Okay. All right.
If you feel that starting to happen, that wood starting to dry out, just throw some conditioner on it,
All right.
and you'll be all right.
I put that conditioner on it, man, and it made all those colors and figurine just pop so much.
Dude, it's amazing. Me and my fiance have been working on that conditioner for a little bit of time, and I literally won't use anything else. I won't buy anything else. I won't do anything but use the stuff that we've made, and it works really fucking well.
Nice. Yeah. Good job with it. Does it got to have like that Caruba wax in it? That Carnuba?
It does have Carnuba, yeah. What's up, Kenny? Kenny, Sticky Bricks, my man.
Kenny in his house talking knife hits.
I'm gonna need you to send me a message.
Austin has done knife hits. That's
Kenny's in the house. Kenny, look what I'm mixing up over here, brother. That's all 3 different ones going in the grinder and going in the mixer. That's Is
that a giant grinder or are those tiny little nugs?
That's my grinder, my Santa Cruz.
Okay.
So those are my 3 different dudes going all in it.
Nice. Oh, is that your Rasta? Is that Rasta?
Yeah, exactly. See,
man, I really want like the jumbo size Rasta Santa Cruz. That's on my Christmas list. Hint, hint.
Right.
Are you doing a little bet of your little stacky stack?
No.
I'm gonna vape on.
I'm packing my last new toy on here.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to run the 1 after this for sure.
That's what I'm gonna. I beat you to it. I'm gonna run the 1.
Are you?
With your stem in it.
Troy, how we doing?
If you guys
questions, man.
If you guys don't know and you guys have any questions about what I do, it's you can find out the stuff about the wood vortexes and stuff at Simrel Collection on Instagram or www.simrelcollection for the website. But that's what we're running right now.
Isn't it thesimrelcollection.com?
No, it's simrelcollection.com.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I may need to update some links.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
Sorry.
You're okay.
All right. While I'm packing the 1.
What do we got for questions?
Yeah, what do you got for
food? Stovencroft asked a good one. No, let's not go. Let's not spend too much time on this one because I don't want to be hungry. Food and pot. What would be your perfect last meal? Weed strain and which vape? All the same. Yeah. What are you gonna vape on? With what vape? And then what's your last meal gonna be?
Oh wow, the food and the vape.
That's hard, dude. Because I like food, bro. So 1,000% probably hot fries, flaming hot fries.
For a meal?
No, it's gonna be part of the meal.
Okay.
That's
the first thing you're listening. All right, that's cool.
Yeah. Flaming hot fries for sure.
Okay. And then?
I pulled a Jerry and started to hit my vape.
Oh.
That's funny.
I'm thinking sushi.
Those go well with hot fries.
I want a spicy tuna roll. I want some hot fries. Give me like I'll be fair and go with some tots from Sonic.
Chili cheese tots?
No chili cheese, just regular raw tots. No ketchup, no nothing, just a nice little crunchy tot. And I don't know, man. I think that I had some really good lobster bisque like a couple days ago. I would for sure have that. So I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Lobster bisque, sushi, hot fries. Game over.
Are we picking food, vape, and strain? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I just picked food. My vape
I know what your vape's gonna be.
Yeah, so we already know that. And then my strain is gonna be whatever I have.
It's your last meal request. Like you request it, somebody will deliver. You don't have to like.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know different strains and all that shit.
Okay, so
Something fruity. Does that work? At least
Fruity
it had
Pebbles.
to be something fruity. Okay, boom, fruity pebbles. That's what I want. It's fruity pebbles.
Blueberry Kush is pretty fruity.
all right, so it's a meal. So we're sitting down. So I mean, yeah, I could argue that there's no point in me not having this vaporizer there. So why not? Well, just because we're sitting around, we're gonna do the vaporizer.
You're not gonna pull out the El Nino.
No, you know what?
With 5 herborizers.
Well, I don't have 5 herborizers.
But it's the dream setup, man. You just
okay, yeah, then we'll fucking herborizer the El Nino, man. Fuck yeah, if we can do that, or maybe a verdamper is I'm gonna get one of those one of these days, and maybe if I haven't had a verdamper yet, we'll roll with that. If I've had a verdamper, then the El Nino and 5 herborizers would be dope. Then I want the herb to be something minty. I like the menthol minty ones. So I had a Northern Lights that was phenomenal in that respects once. It'd probably be really good. But I want to end the meal with that. I haven't thought so much about the first probably something like a nice probably just like a nice Jack to start out to kind of really wake my ass up, get me kind of alive and excited. And then I'd like to roll through some kind of I'd like to have a really like 4-star raw vegan meal. I'm gonna go out right, and then I want to end it with some really good fucking like a vegan banana split, like something ridiculous that's gonna go afterwards. I'm gonna finish off with that minty menthol weed in my herborizer with probably like a Christmas peppermint tea.
wow, man.
I think I'd do something like that.
Sounds dreamy.
It does.
Nice.
I should do that before it's my last meal. That's attainable.
You should do that tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, why the fuck not, man? What are you waiting until that for? Why are you waiting?
What you got, Troy? 17 double doubles.
Oh man, now I gotta change my mind. Oh, for real though. I was gonna do like a double pepperoni pizza from like Illuminati's.
A double pepperoni pizza.
Like I don't get enough pizza in my life anymore. Like I miss pizza.
Okay.
I used to get a lot of pizza in my life. Now I don't.
I get extra pepperoni and extra peas when I extra piece. I get extra pepperoni and extra cheese when I get pizza, and it's phenomenal all the time. Jesus.
That sounds. I used to work a job where we get pizza every Friday,
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
I loved it. Well,
you
it
know,
was
if
catered
you-
lunch all the time, but like every Friday was pizza.
If you work out at Planet Fitness, they do like Pizza Tuesdays.
Really, I should get a gym membership just to do that.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Oh yeah, so the meal I think I would like to do dual G43s. Like I would like a dual G43 setup. And for the strain, well, if that's my last one, I think I would go with like the heaviest fucking indica I could find.
Nice.
Which I don't know what that would be. I struggle with finding really good indicas. Vape. What's his username now? He changed his username on Instagram. He was Mike's Vaporizer Review. Now he's like Mike's Vaping Adventure. He has some. He's growing some super heavy indica, like blue cheese. That would be my final.
Oh, nice,
final
man.
strain.
I heard Mike Tyson's growing some heavy shit.
Northern Lights.
Thanks,
Northern Lights would
Carl.
be good.
Good call. I'm on it.
I miss the thin crust more, Anthony, to be honest. I miss the Chicago thin style.
That gelato sounds good, Black. All right.
I like.
Man.
What is the next question?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That should be me.
Yeah, okay.
Old school tie stick. There you go.
You enjoying that that one over there, man?
I do. I like it, man. It makes the vapor really nice. Like you're really onto something with this thing. And I should make a 420 Vapor Zone video about it instead of saying it here. But yeah, this is the shit. Cool. It should come with Febreze.
Oh, I've not heard that before. That's an interesting that's an interesting phrase there. It's the shit, so it should come with Febreze. Okay.
I like that.
Fudo Derek asks, oh shit, how much flour do you guys use in a day / week?
Well, let me start by answering a little show and tell. If it's a stream night, which is an extreme night, I might end with something like my latest toy here, which is the Herborizer XL, which is, before I break something, this big fucking heater going into that big fucking bowl that you can't tell because I'm zooming in, but that top glass going in here, this is not 18. This is a step up. This is like 20 or 22 millimeter. It's fucking huge. And you're looking at a 0.5 gram ground up. And I'm pretty sure I could get close to 1 gram in here if I wanted to, but I think this is going to be plenty for me on a one run here. So anyhow, I love hits like this that are super terpy and are crazy. And I hope this works out. I've only used this once before, and I hope I don't have to turn up the heat on this, but we'll see. So on a night like tonight, yeah, I might go through 2 or 3 grams on a night like tonight, just going crazy. But normally I'd probably go through no more than 1 gram a night by myself, I think, and maybe with other people 1.5 grams.
So what do you think you go through a week? Like how, like on average?
Well, that makes it sound like about 1/4 a week, which I would believe. I can believe that.
How about you, Austin?
Yeah, I'd say about 1 ounce a month.
Ounce a month.
This is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Nice. I think this
ounce. Got 1 ounce in 7 days.
A little more. Like I have a little bit left. I bought an ounce 7 days ago, and I have a little bit left.
Okay.
Oh, 8 days ago. It was 8 days ago.
Oh, add that extra day. So 3 ounces in a month, ish.
No, wait. Sorry, calendars are hard.
What?
It was on the 27th. I bought an ounce on the 27th.
So you're running 3 ounces a month, man.
Sometimes it varies. It depends on how many dabs I go through. I also went through 3 grams of concentrates during that 10 days.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot. I've been cutting back. I did a tolerance cut back.
Yeah, see, that's another reason why I really like the one in the Dynavap so much, is because they're microdosers. I really love an efficient microdosing vaporizer.
Gosh, I feel like I go through a lot more weed than I said I did, though.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it going, gosh, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's why I forced myself to go bankrupt, because I kept doing the math based on like what I was grinding. Like, I probably grind like a gram a day. Nope. It was a little bit more than that.
So, Jerry, you didn't put any concentrate on top of that bed of flour, man.
Yeah, I'm dialing this in. I need to turn it up a little bit. I'm still waiting on that massive Oompa. And then after this, if I vape anymore after this, then I'll do a stack probably on the other model. You know what I'm saying?
I think
You usually want me to throw a big glob on that shit, don't you?
I don't know what I think.
What do you guys think about the whole weed as a gateway drug thing?
Fuck you.
Right? Right?
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Fucking alcohol is a gateway drug.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, when I'm stoned, I think about shit that I do a lot more than I probably do when I'm sober. When I used to get drunk, I don't drink like that, and I don't get drunk anymore. But when I used to, I didn't think about nothing. And there's nights that I didn't even remember shit. So fuck that. Weed is not a gateway drug. I am fucking no.
Yep. I tend to agree with you, man. Like all of my harder drug experiences that I regret started with alcohol, even. Mm-hmm. Like even the crowd, the night, the feelings.
I call it catching the case of the fuck it's. Because it's just like, you want to try that? And then fuck it.
Yeah.
You know? And then, you know.
Yeah, I think it was propaganda, correlation, nonsense.
Agree.
Other drugs were my gateway to weed. No joke. That's funny.
About gateway drugs. I can tell you, I didn't gateway me into anything, and nobody I know gatewayed anything with it.
What do you go to when you're looking for the best flavor, whether it's a vape or a strain? Like,
ooh, I'm gonna tell you right now, the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like where you're getting the best flavor. Like if you were strain
because I can run it at 350 or 360. It just tastes so many phenomenal terps. It's just incredible. And the draw restriction is there's really not much, so it's just like a free flowing field of terps.
Sugar is the original gateway drug, right?
What's the question? We want taste and what?
Like if you're going for the best flavor, like what vape would you choose, or what concentrate? Like what style of concentrate?
Well, if we're talking extracts, I'd want to know your opinion, Troy. I mean, I was thinking flower as soon as you said that, but then if you said what flavor, then you know.
For me, like for the concentrates, I would go to the hash rosins and the rosins. I really like rosin and hash rosin. Some of the best dabs I've had were hash rosins, and that's why I tend to go that way. But they're pricey. They can be pricey.
Right.
And I like the banana style. Like the banana strains tend to have a more smooth banana-ish.
Banana.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I gotta remember that.
They're named for a reason. It doesn't taste like banana, but it can have some banana-ish tasty feelings.
Like? I'd be pissed if it didn't taste like banana. What's it taste like?
Carrots.
Why?
I don't know.
That's the first thing that came to your head.
What's it taste like, man?
I mean, it doesn't taste like a literal banana. It just has like hints that remind you.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that. You're like, this makes it feels like I ate a banana.
What does it literally taste like?
Dabs. Dabs are hard. Dabs are hard to describe the taste, man.
I mean, I get dabs where I get citrus, or I get dabs where I get piney.
Yeah, they're the same.
Banana
terpenes.
doesn't have a banana-y, I guess. I didn't think.
It does, but when the banana taste is such a weird taste. Like when you eat something that's banana flavored, it doesn't actually taste like a banana. There's like a banana flavor that we're all familiar with, you know.
It's kind of like the fake candy banana flavor, right? That was
like banana runts. Speaking of banana runts,
with me, right? You guys are fucking with me, right?
Well, I don't know.
I understand you can make up the taste, but you gonna tell me that bananas don't taste like bananas? Or did I miss that whole fucking?
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Yeah, dude.
No, I know you.
I got a question for you guys because it was asked a couple of times in the chat, which is why I pulled this out. Have you guys messed with your DIY builders?
No, I need to start documenting mine before I work on it.
You're gonna document the whole thing.
Very little. I've
Cool
deepened
beans.
my tooth grooves that I started to make the first night.
Okay.
It's pretty much sitting right about
I did this little guy, but I'd totally use my lathe, so I'm not even gonna lie about it.
So that one right there, that's your DIY kit.
Yeah, this is from the wood that
Nice.
came with it. But
for reals.
Yeah, 100%. I just
You're
wasn't.
such a dick.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
This guy, man. I'm gonna just keep to my 2 goddamn tooth marks and go, fuck you.
Oh man,
That's serious.
Yeah, I couldn't sit there and whittle. I was like, I've got a lathe. I'm gonna throw it on the lathe. It was fun.
Motherfucker, man.
That's
not
funny.
Yeah. At least I'm honest, man.
fucking
Hey, while
great,
we're
man.
on the Dynavap topic,
Took only 1 week to fuck up my dynamo.
Amar Ansari asks, how do you decrease the draw resistance of a Dynavap?
Ooh, I think you had some good tips on that Troy.
Yeah, don't pack so much in there. Like don't pack it the way I pack it. Pack it loose.
Mm-hmm. Straw technique, that bad boy.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
straw technique it. Make sure your screen is clean.
I got you. I'll show you the straw technique. Anyways,
And then
what are your other tips, man?
And more modern VAP caps have more open airflow than the older VAP caps. So if you have an old VAP cap,
Yeah.
update to a new tip.
Or if your CCD is stainless steel, upgrade to a titanium CCD. You have more free-flowing airflow. But the straw technique is you literally suck on your Dynavap like a straw and suck that material up into the tip.
Just the tip.
What's CCD stand for again?
If I knew the answer, I'd respond to that, but I don't know.
Man, I feel like I used to know that.
This is the most entertaining thing in the world. Like when I get really high, maybe this is why I'm using the one with with your stem, because I can do this like this, and it goes. Whoop! Now I can't do it.
What are you doing?
Being Troy.
How do I make you the biggest? Oh, you're making the twist. Very cool. That's pretty fucking dope, man.
It was working better when I was holding it right here. When I tried to hold it up here, I can't do it because I don't have the muscle memory anymore. I'm high as shit.
Well,
Questions. Oh, if you some people were used to file little notches in the old tips. That's why Dynavap started doing it. People were doing it in the community.
Yeah. Was that a question?
No, but he was asking how we can improve the airflow, like decrease the draw resistance. You can technically file those notches even bigger, which would let more air in. Right?
You could buy a Hydrovong, which has bigger notches in the tip. That thing.
all the new titanium tips are starting to come like that now, Jerry.
Whoa! Wait! Whoa!
I didn't know that.
The Hydrovong has a different tip.
Yeah, they started, like, if you look at the notches on it, because I mean, I noticed the airflow was better, and I was like, what the fuck did they do? And I started comparing, and the notches weren't just a single notch; it was a triple cut. So it was like a Mickey Mouse cut out of the notch all the way, each 3.
And it's deeper. It's a deeper notch.
Interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I missed that. I just thought it was leaky.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Thought it was leaky.
But it keeps up because of that. Because of that fucking offset airport, right, man? I don't know.
That's pretty badass. I'm gonna have to go through my tips now and figure out which one is my tip from the Hydrovong, because now that they've all been taken apart and
dude, I pay attention to that. I do. I know exactly where one of them is at all times, because that's the one I like to use the most.
You like that one the most?
Yeah, even better for the airflow. I like that. Of course, I like the M tips, but that Hydrovong right there that's taken apart is holding on to my Hydrovong tip right now. That's fucking.
It seems to me that the newer tips are having that notch on them, which is cool.
It might. I mean, that's how they do it. Well, I don't see why not, because I like it better hidden dry too. I mean, there's no point in not doing it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I need to get some new tips. All my tips are old.
Quick question with your Dynavaps: do you guys pack full bowls, half bowls, or micro bowls, or do you guys have a different tip for each bowl size?
I pack mine full all the time.
Full all the time.
Yeah, because I'm doing so many of them.
Yeah.
What's your lighter again, Austin? I'm curious about that one too.
Aomi, AOMAI, Aomi. It's a
Areola?
single flame.
What?
Yeah, It's a single flame that has a fuel window. It's got a button that you press up, and then the fuel just goes, and it's a flint, and then it does this. So the reason why I like this is because one, it's a single flame. Two, it's a flint, so I can replace the flint when the flint goes out, and I can always refill it. So I've had this lighter for a year, and it's just been a tank the entire time. I've only had to replace the flint one time, and the fuel does go rather quickly. But if you fill it up at least once every other day, you'll be fine.
Outdoor Smoker Man is off DH Gate. Aomi, okay. Interesting. I looked up Flint butane torches on Amazon, and I found one similar to that, but it had like a ring on it, and it looked a little goofy.
Yeah, I think that's the newer Aomi, because there's the old school Aomi, which looks like this, and then they have a newer school Aomi, and it's got a weird little like latch thing that like goes over here or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck it does or how it works, but I'd assume it's kind of similar but different. It's not this.
Shit. All right. I'll have to buy one. Check it out. I'm gonna do a video about torches, and I'm just gonna go buy like all the different torches and vape a bowl for every torch. That'll be a fun video.
There you go. What other questions we got?
You ever sacrifice flavor for effects?
Yeah,
loves cold cat ears. Asks
all the time.
Yeah,
90% of the time, unless I'm using the one. If I'm using the Dynavap, I don't fuck with the flavor. I just run it. But if I'm going for flavor, I'll go with the one.
Okay. It's interesting. I would say I do as well, but I strive. Like part of my passion for vapes is like striving for the ultimate. Like I want the most impact without sacrificing flavor. Like that's what I'm always shooting for. But sometimes it happens.
Phases, man. Like when I first started high temp vaping, I was just going right to the top, man, loading that fucker up at the high temp and going fresh and blasting it and getting whacked, man, like getting whacked. And then, and then I started doing the same thing, but temp stepping. And I found that kind of led to a little stronger effects over the course of a session. Plus, then I got to enjoy the taste for a while, whereas before I got like one good hit. So if I want to, I guess what I'm saying is, no matter what vape I use, I tend to temp step to mitigate that because I want those high temp effects, but I want those low temp tastes. So I enjoy the beginning, get my effects at the end. I love the fucking Volcano Hybrid because I can run those fucking workflows and get it all in one, dude. And that's rare. I mean, it's like having the first hit on any vape, except you get a whole bag's worth. You know what I'm saying? And it's more potent. It's kind of dope,
Ooh,
man.
God damn it, Jerry! Now I want one.
Yeah, the Volcano Hybrid experience is really nice.
That's dope.
So it's just like a whole full bag of flavor.
Yeah, you get. I've actually.
Does it go stale? Do you get like a stale if you don't consume?
After like 15 minutes, it kind of gets kind of icky.
Okay, so if you just run it, you'll be fine. It'll be all
yeah, dude.
flavorful
I find 5 minutes in, it starts to get harsh on my throat. It still tastes fine, but it gets harsh on my throat. And then about 30 minutes later, it's fucking clear. Like it's gone. I don't understand that. I guess
it smells, but if you blow it out in your face, it smells of weediness.
True.
I'm not sure if inhaling it does any good. I haven't tried that.
Regardless, the fresher the better. And if you're not going to do a whole bag, just blow up a couple of hits. Blow up a partial bag. Take what you want.
Yeah, man. I'm still loving the Volcano Hybrid, and I recently adjusted my super bag settings to be a little less on the high temp.
Hell yeah!
A little more on the low temp.
Run it.
What was your?
Nothing. I just wrote it down. Sometimes I voice things out loud without realizing I'm voicing them out loud.
What's something that vapors should have, but they probably don't?
Concealability.
Ooh.
Concealability.
Vape like a vaporist? Like what should they have?
Yeah, like what product or accessory or something? What's something vapors should have, but they don't? Good question, Moth Chew Moth.
Moth chew, man. Okay, well, can I assume that this person vapes at home on a rig, or I mean, what are the assumptions here?
I
don't
guess
think
you
there
can.
is one.
You can
I
make
think-
the assumptions.
Yeah, I think you make that assumption.
Okay, let's see if I can find these on the fly.
Oh shit. Jerry stood up for this one.
We're gonna luck out. We're gonna luck out.
Oh my Lanta. He went straight for a vape. I'm excited to see what he does.
No, not a vape, bro, but I
what
love
you got?
vaping on glass at home. Obviously, you guys watch me do this shit all the fucking time. And so if you're vaping at home on glass with scientific glass, by far the coolest thing I get to do is use a Cloud Buddy or any kind of Cloudzen adapter. But I like the one that Sabo made at Vapex Sale. This particular one's just got really strong joints. It's I put vapes on it all day long. No problems with weak spots. Got the little cap here. And so then what I would do is, let's see how we're gonna do that. Shika-dang-dang. So let's see if I can show this without having to go too crazy. I might look out here. Hang on, I might look out.
Where are we going, Jerry?
We're going, yeah, right. I'm just going to see if I can make this focus the way I want it real quick.
What is happening, LOL?
All right, is that in focus now?
We're going to January.
There we go. Okay, so anyhow, then what I like to do is you can get rid of your bowl here, throw your Clyzen on, and then you're running it like this so that your vapor comes through here, rolls through here, and you just clear it with a, that's your carb.
Ooh.
But the reason that's dope in this configuration is what I like to do, and I haven't done it in a while, man, because I don't know, man. I got to get this back. I got to do this. Anyhow, you got to get yourself some degummed hemp fiber. I've played with cotton and all kinds of shit, and this stuff just feels right, man, because it's the plant, and it doesn't do a whole lot to the taste. And if you can get one that's degummed a little better than this, you'll really like it. But anyhow, what I like to do is take some, and this is probably a little too much. In this particular configuration, I'll throw a little bit down in here all the way on the bottom. And that's what I call like my blast pad, because everything's going to come down there and go poof. And that's where you get all your fucking dirt and dust, or all your bits. And then you got to get one, and you got to kind of really like fluff this one up all kind of nice, get those things out, but let's pretend they're gone. But anyhow, then this one goes in, and I kind of tuck it in there like that. Okay. And so now all of my vapor that ever comes through this puppy, and me, I've got all these different desktops. As long as I got the right 18 millimeter, all my vapes go through here. So you can run all your vapes through this fucking gig. And then, so your bowl's on here, your shit's coming through, it hits this blast plate right here, and then runs through the cross tube. So now this filters out all the crap and the really big globs. You get the really nice fine mist coming through the bubbler. I'll get a smoother hit, less particles. This bubbler would not be near as messy. It wouldn't be messy at all. Actually, I wouldn't have to clean it hardly near as much. That's really the biggest bonus for somebody like me. But then what's cool is after, about, it depends on how much you use it. But of me, maybe a month, but I'll go longer because I like them to get really thick and juicy. Then you can pull these things out, and you can either take them with you and put them in any fucking portable you want. I mean, they'll do well, whether it's something you want to do on the go and have really something strong, or I'll take them and throw them right back. Like I'll take it out and just throw it right back in the bowl of the vape that made it and vape the shit out of that. And I'm telling you, man, it's some of the strongest shit I've ever done, man. It's really good. That's it.
We just went on a journey with Jerry.
Dismissed.
Dismissed.
That was Amazing.
Proper hemp placement in your stuff.
Degummed hemp fiber.
Yeah, take that and a Cloud Buddy from Vapex Sale or any kind of Clizen adapter that you want, anything like that.
That was a
I just like that one.
The bits.
The bits.
Yes, that's wonderful.
So actually, I just put that. Let me put that back together, and I'll start rolling with that.
Yeah, man.
That was cool. That was a good little journey there.
That was fun. I think that was all of the questions as well.
Oh no shit! Right.
That was all of the questions in our Trello card. Is there any more questions from the chat room?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm pretty impressed. We've got 107 people that are still watching us. That's pretty cool, man. We've been going.
Thanks for
about
hanging in,
2
guys,
hours.
man.
Yeah,
totally
thanks for session with us. This has been
man.
fantastic.
Love you guys in the chat. Love reading your stuff. You guys are awesome, man.
What's our notifications look like? How many thumbs up, thumbs downs we got?
We got 75 thumbs up.
How many thumbs down?
5 thumbs down.
Wonderful. Give us 10 thumbs down.
Hey,
I know 5 people are gonna be like, "Fuck you, Austin." Thumbs down.
now we got 7 thumbs down.
Nice.
We got 80 thumbs up though. How'd that
That's
happen?
wonderful.
Now I got 8 thumbs down. Oh, 2 more. 2 more.
Listen, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down too because I can. No, I'm not gonna dislike that. That's not nice.
All right, I'm gonna switch mine back. We didn't get 10. We only got 8.
That's fine. We'll get 10 by the time it's over.
What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do something special for 420 this year since it lasts all month? The entire month of April is technically 420.
What's going on? Huh?
We should do something
right
cool,
on, man. 420.
Right?
We should do something cool, man.
Sam has a question. What's Sam's question?
Amazing.
How am I liking the plenty? I need to spend more time with the plenty.
Wow, for 420, I should use my herborizer every day.
Don't you do that every day now?
Like, how do you treat yourself beyond that, man? I don't know.
We should do something cool. We should do something cool.
We should have everybody else should have an herborizer. That's it. You don't treat yourself when you have it. You have to treat others. We got to figure out how to get everybody else an herborizer.
I want herborizer.
I want to get you guys an herborizer, man.
I'm gonna do another dab.
I tell you what, Jerry. I
like Bam Margera.
I really want to try one. They look super sophisticated, man, and
really
I like
is,
sophistication.
Man. And look, I want to make it clear, man, like, because I get people ask me all the time, man, how's it compared to the flower pot, this, the other, and all these. Here's how I look at all that shit. I got shelves of excellent vapes.
Excellent
vapes.
Vapes.
Take your pick and don't look back, man, because any one of them will totally fucking rock your boat for as long as you need, and you don't need a whole bunch of them, and you don't need the absolute best one. And I can get to a similar experience on any of them. And yeah, if I'm talking to somebody who goes, yeah, I know, but I just want the one with the best flavor, I go, okay, well, my favorite is this one. Or if they just want, but at the end of the day, if you've got any of those 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 vapes, they're all in the same boat. For me, the reason why I love this one is I mentioned it before. I love the transparency. I get to see everything that's going on. It helps. It pulls me into the sessions. I get to commune with the herb more, and the flavor's phenomenal. And I think it's classy as shit. I don't have a vape like it that just hits all the style points like this one does for me. So, and like I said, it fits my usage pattern. I love being able to just remove the heat, put it back on, remove it and stir, put it back. It's part of my ritual. It's like the dude made it for me without knowing it.
Nice. Dave Allen asks, and I know the answer to this one, unfortunately, but Austin can answer it. Will Austin be making that Dynavac body that Troy has?
Ooh, the one that you were twisting?
This one?
Yeah, which I lost already. Where'd it go?
The Galaxy Bro, yeah, they're not going to be available for custom order. The Helix pattern vortexes are going to be something that I release when I'm gonna use these as a way for me to be mindful. Because it takes a very long time. So these are going to be like, they're going to be available just whenever I make them. And then, yeah, they take a lot of time to do these. So this will be like a rare thing, but they'll be there some point. Just make sure you're following Simmerall Collection.
it'll be a rare commodity. It'll be a sought after item.
Yeah.
It's nice. I really like them.
Thanks, man.
I'm gonna do a dab to send this one out. Who is vaping along with me? Somebody are we gonna vape one to send it out? We're all out of questions.
We can. Cool. It's been about 2 hours, so I think we've gone pretty long. I do want to ask you guys this question. If you guys have followed this whole video, let us know what you think about the length of our videos. Do you like them at 2 hours? Do you like them at 4 hours? Would you rather them 45 minutes? What do you guys like with what we've been doing? Because we've kind of got like a mashup of all that. That's what I want to know. I want to know what we can do to make this better, more enjoyable for you guys.
Is that right?
Yeah, man. That's right. It's been a long night though. It's been a long day. I still got a lot of work to do.
I'm going back to a regular bowl, man. That was beautiful, but
run it. I'm gonna hit the brick.
Bowls, that's the way to go.
I'm gonna end it with the brick.
When you want to go with the flow.
Served up a wonderful dab with the Rio Dash products. This thing is such a game changer for me.
Jerry, you're maybe gonna start going live on Instagram, man, on your Stickstones 420 Instagram page.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that, man. If I can figure out a way to make it work and make it worthwhile, man, that'd be cool.
Would you guys like to see Stickstones 420 go live on Instagrams and show little cool snippets of like that glass? That was cool as shit. I'm gonna tell you what, Jerry. I didn't know that, and I like catching little bits, right? So that was cool. I think you should do more of that.
Yeah, like every now and then, if I'm just setting something up or coming up with something, I might just be able to go, oh, I could just throw this up on a story or something, right? I mean, I don't know the tech, but that's the way it's supposed to work, right?
Yeah. I can help you. I can walk you through that, man.
All right, man. All right, I'll try to figure that shit out. If they like it over here, we'll see. I'm watching. So far,
give us feedback.
No fuck yous so far. So right on.
That's pretty good.
You guys are awesome, man. I love those dudes.
Oh, Manlita.
Is there a limit on the length of a YouTube stream? Like, what if for 420? What if I said I was gonna do I was gonna live stream my entire life? I was just gonna live stream.
You know,
I was gonna leave my camera live streaming the entire time.
I think you could leave it live. I think you could Truman show it, man. I don't know. I'll tell you what, it seems like we're pushing the limits on these fucking things with them 4-hour ones recently. So whatever it is, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
A 24-hour special? That'd be a crazy 420 deal.
You do it the entire month.
My family would not love me, man.
Man, I would vape so much, dude. Just because I know I'd be under pressure to like not sleep and just vape. I would just vape.
Let's see here. Will my harvest be vapeable by April? My plans are 7 days old right now. The Troyman show.
Dabbing granny gets a little old. No pun intended. That was kind of funny, Sam.
I love that. The key though is that guy didn't know what's happening. This thing's about to fuck with me. I hate this, man.
You guys should take callers on the show.
Callers around. What are they gonna call me?
Possibility. It's a possibility.
It is a possible.
Jerry, are you setting up a bowl to send it out, or what are you doing?
That was my plan. Yeah, is that cool?
Yeah, I already did a dab, and then Austin just vaped his bowl.
I need you to put a cherry on top, bro. I want to see you vaporize.
All right, let me see what I can do there for you.
Cherry on top.
Yeah, man. I want to watch that vaporization.
Where is that stuff? Here it is. This be it. This be it. This is so I'm going with my greens plus some lemon lights.
Some lemon lights.
I said it was shattered, but it's kind of sticky. It ain't cracking nothing.
I love it.
Man, I built a new computer and I can't wait to get all my shit migrated.
How was that, man? How was building your computer?
Oh, look at
it. Was fun.
Do you feel better now that you got a new computer?
Well, I haven't made the switch yet. Like I'm still using my old computer right now.
I'm excited. Jerry just got excited.
You're gonna love this, Austin. This is
all
great.
Right, cool. I'm excited.
I don't know what the fuck you're gonna call that, but it's big. All right, let's see. Let's put these away. Now we just got to get the aim right and all that. This thing's way the fuck. I'm gonna bring it up. It's worth it, right?
Municipal. I built a Intel i9, like 99. I think it's 9900K. 64 gigs of RAM, and a RTX 2060 Super video card.
Oh, I see what you did right there, Jerry. I wish I could get a little closer on that material though.
I wish I could get the vapor from that material. It
Yeah.
looks nice.
I see what you're trying to do. I do want to see that cotton in action.
Is
I
it,
wanna watch that.
is it well focused?
I mean, I just wish I was a little
Yeah, it's
more
focused.
closer to the
You want me to-
material.
do you want me to spotlight it?
Yes, that'll be better. Spotlight that shit, man.
Spotlight that shit
There you
for
go.
Austin.
Beautiful.
I can't see because of the letters, but
That's all right.
There
You're
we go.
beautiful. You can actually
that's-
slide it back just a smidge so we can see what catches on that little. We want to see those little bits, man. I want to see those bits catch. There we go. There we go. That's beautiful, Jerry. Yes, sir. So this is the power of vaporization.
is that
man.
focused as well too? Is that good?
Yeah, it looks great. This is what's really cool. Nothing catches on fire and it just disappears. That carb cap looks very convenient with the setup.
Ooh,
like
don't
that.
forget we're popping in this nice blue titanium
Yeah.
with my purple tip. You saw that purple hue there, man. My blue titanium.
I want to see those bits catch. I'm dead
All right,
right now.
hang on. Little pressure because I should have this connected first because that fucker can start melting.
Here we go. I think I got a dab stuck on my elbow somewhere.
Ooh, we should do a live Donavap episode at the Donavap headquarters. Ooh, did you see that? All that concentrate just vaporized. Did you see that? Jesus, that gets me so excited. Look at it. It's not catching on fire, and all of that just. And I bet you there's some bits in there too.
Some bits.
Jerry's bits.
Aye, that changes the context, man.
Great one, Troy.
This is dope for when I want to finish off a bowl too because I can clear it without breaking this seal and giving the conduction a break. So this fucker heats up and
That looks lovely, man.
You'll love this connection there, man.
What are your how your bits looking there, buddy?
I'm gonna stir them bits. I'm gonna stir them bits. Stir them bits.
I love it, man. Is it a titanium bit stirrer?
Uh-huh.
So I think we were still answering the question about what should vaporizer users have that they don't have, and this is your product. I had something I wanted to show it. I totally forgot.
Let's hear it.
Boom.
What is it, bro?
Show it. What you got? Oh, little scoops. Yes, dude.
These little
Yes,
weed scoops
dude.
from
Oh,
Delta3dstudios.com.
Thanks, man. Those are cool.
Yeah, man.
These things.
Get me off of there, man. I've done my big hit.
Oh yeah,
Everybody.
sorry.
My
Oh, yeah.
mouth shot's over.
Everybody needs little scoops. I got a big scoop and a little scoop.
Dope.
Let me
Everybody needs some scoopy scoops.
let me show the scoops again. So this one's stainless steel, and the other one is like nylon, so it's plastic, so it's a little cheaper. He makes the small one in stainless steel as well, and he makes the big one in plastic as well. The small one fits inside of a grinder. The big one doesn't. But I use the big one more often than the small one. And that's my favorite. That's my favorite accessory ever. Like I've had this one for a couple of years now. And if I lost it, I would cry. Like when it goes missing, I panic. Like I'm like, haha, where's my favorite little scooper?
You're gonna cry?
Call him Mike, man.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Okay.
Austin, do you have any must-have accessories? What's your favorite accessory? Another one would be those little alcohol wipes. Those things are so fucking handy.
Oh yeah, man. Boxes of those motherfuckers.
Boxes of those little alcohol wipes, those alcohol prep pads. Those are so handy.
What's the question?
What was the question? How was it worded? It was, what's something vaporizer users should have but do not?
A vaporizer?
I would say a VAP cap. If a VAP cap isn't,
Yeah.
if you don't have a VAP cap, you should get a VAP cap.
Everyone should have a
100.
vac cap.
Yep. And then once you get a VAP cap, you should get a Vortex.
Or make that your first if you want, man.
Yeah, people have done that, and they are very happy with their decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, man.
Dynavap was my first vaporizer. They're a great vaporizer. I think everybody should have a Dynavap, at least an M, like at least a fucking M.
I would agree with that.
Bare minimum. Minimum.
Unless they're like incapable of the torch.
Yeah, but you can get an induction heater, so that's an excuse.
True.
Because those, I mean, an induction heater makes it easy enough that if I want to say, hey, Dad, do you want to try some CBD or whatever, he'll use the induction heater and you can get it done.
Yeah,
but you still got that audible click.
All of the friends that I've given Dynavaps to, they've all become fans. One of them didn't become a fan at first, but it turns out that he had like a fucked up cap. So his cap was fucked up, and when finally like I talked him through it. I talked him through the experience, because I'm reluctant to allow him to only vape on his Mighty in a solo. And after sharing some video chats with him, we realized that his cap was fucked up. So I gave him a new VAP Cap M, and he loves it.
Dude, the 2019 M's are so dope, bro.
Yeah, I gave him my gold one, my Aura. Yeah.
Dude, there's such a fucking great vaporizer, and the price of these things are so incredible. And if you know a friend that consumes cannabis or CBD, you should buy them a Dynavap for Christmas. That's what I think.
That would be a good friend.
That would be a great friend, and it'd be a life-changing thing for that friend who doesn't have one.
Life-changing. I like doing things that improve people's lives or change their lives for the better. Like I like having that feeling.
We should just give away like a Dynavap M every day for 30 days.
We should do some sort of giveaway. We should hook that up.
Maybe see if we can get 420.
Let me text George and see what we can do.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, this has been a fucking fantastic session.
Man, I'm baked, brother.
All right.
Yeah.
We're all good. Not gonna send out with another dab.
So check this out. How about you do another dab? But if anybody's landing on this video and you've gotten this far and you don't know who we are the Modern Cannabists, and you can find our stuff. You can find our first episode on YouTube and MP3 to figure out who we are. We did a nice little cool little episode about who we are and also we don't get paid for this stuff. Me and Jerry and Troy don't get paid to sit here and do this stuff. This is stuff that we do because we enjoy the community and we want to spread the word about vaporization.
Because you guys are dope.
Yeah, man. And try to since you guys are here, you guys know more than people that aren't here. So spread the word. Tell people about this because this shit's really fucking cool, man. We need to get the word out there. But we do have some shirts, Modern Cannabis shirts that you can get on Amazon if you want to rep the Modern Cannabis. How do we call that?
Clothing brand.
Yeah.
It's not a weedy shirt. Like it's not. It doesn't look all weedy. It just has our faces and
pull it up on Amazon. Pull it up on Amazon.
Yeah, right now.
Quick.
I gotta do this.
Oh, we'll do the dab quick and then do it.
Right on, Carter.
Cheers.
Beat it, Troy. Beat it up.
Yeah, they are $25, and I think shipping's free on Amazon. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Is shipping free on Amazon?
No, it went a little hot. Austin, it went a little hot.
Was that hot?
Yeah, it went a little hot.
He's back in. Going back in.
Can't let it go to waste. $80 a gram.
Oh,
can't let it go to waste.
No can. Is there more for you? You going back in? Gotta get it, man. Gotta get it.
Ooh, that was nice. little warm. Let me see if I can find the shirt.
You need to create a vape tool branded Modern Cannabis and sell it to. Oh, a little Modern Cannabis vape tool. I could probably develop something.
Are we supposed to have signed off? Are we starting to like do this thing again? Or are we?
He's about to.
doing
He's
the
about
right
to
thing
show. He's about to show the,
Oh,
the
okay,
Modern
cool,
Cannabis
man.
shirt.
These things right here.
Gotta get 'em.
Yeah, by the way, these honey butter cashews are
Oh Jesus!
the best thing in the fucking world.
That thing in the middle?
Yeah, like if you go and just search honey butter cashew, oh my god. They also have almonds and chips. They're unbelievably good. They're Korean. They are so good.
Right on.
Like what?
Can you buy them by the case and discount?
So yeah, you have to. It auto corrects to Modern Cannabis, so you have to click the little text. But look, we got one review. Somebody bought it and left the review.
Oh,
And
cool.
you can buy it in women's cuts as well. So we actually support the women with some nice colors.
Yep. And if there's a specific shirt design that you think you would like to see, let us know. If you guys would like to see maybe just a microphone on a shirt, or maybe see like just Modern Cannabis on a shirt or on a hoodie,
bong.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
man. Or maybe just my face real big and their face is real little on the back and down over here or something like that. If you want to see that, man, we can pull that off for you.
Oh, this is a new thing. This is a new side of Jerry. I like it.
Yeah, man.
Jerry's all right.
I told you I'm baked, man. I thought we signed off 10 minutes ago.
Nope.
This has been fantastic. Thank you for listening. Find us on moderncannabis.com, on YouTube, and on Instagram as well. I am Troy from 420 Vape Zone. You can find me at 420vapezone.com. Austin makes products for Dynavet vapes. You can find him at simrelcollection.com. Jerry writes content for Planet of the Vapes. You can find him at planetofthevapes.com. Thank you for listening. Where's the stuff?